Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of your program. This is Elizabeth Lucas Afalani from United Kingdom. I'm just quickly recording this video so that I don't miss your training this evening. Normally, this training is supposed to be on the 10th, but I wasn't around. But I have made it an attempt to record this video so that you can learn from this and not miss out, especially on this very important topic on mastering communication skills. If you want to know more about me, I won't be able to express myself too much, but these are all the books that I've written together with my team in Y.Y.C.I International, United Kingdom. And if you are interested in getting any of our books, you can visit www.amazon.co.uk or email us on yyci.academy@gmail.com. So we also have various master classes going on. One of it is this authorship masterclass. If you are interested, these are the books that has come out of the co-authors. So if you're interested in joining the international co-author, and we've written coming together to put some things together and also become an author of your own book as well, please contact us on yyci.academic@gmail.com. Yes, I'm an inspirational speaker, satisfied trainer, mentor, counselor, and global advisor and mentor. So visit us on our website and you'll be able to see most of the things that we do. I want to appreciate for this opportunity. I want to appreciate for this opportunity to share, teach, and speak on mastering communication skills. And I look forward to continue in 2 weeks' time on this same platform on another topic. I'm also expressing my gratitude to Ambassador James M.B. Darcy, the founder and president of Y.Y.C.I Liberia, and all the board members, ambassadors, and distinguished administrators and general secretary. Well done for the good job you're doing. I also want to express my gratitude to all our participants who are willing to wait and to listen to what I need to share with you this evening. Thank you. Becoming life learner. Why? Because learning is living. And learning should be our lifelong so that we can keep learning and learning until we get it right. Wisdom is the principal thing, and in all our getting, we get understanding. Better understanding of life, which leads you to better and quality performance and to fulfill your purpose in life. We only start by personal development, self-actualization, and self-love. You can also assess your situation right now, your challenges that you are facing, and see with your critical thinking and find solution with your creative thinking. So our topic for this morning or this afternoon, this evening, will be on mastering communication skills. And to go on, I would like to say mindset is everything. And without renewing your mindset, there will be no transformation. And I want to believe that you are joining us today with a positive and growing mindset. Thank you so much. Now we need to come out of the slides and let us continue teaching or learning together. Mastering communication skills. What are good communication skills? Effective communication requires us to be clear and complete in what we are trying to express to one another. Being an effective communicator in our professions as a teacher or as individual, only involves in learning the skills to exchange information with clarity, empathy, and understanding. So who you are define your purpose, as Dr. Julie Conan stated. A personal purpose statement defines who you are. So if you want to communicate effectively, you first of all need to reassess yourself, who you are. It reflects your passion and also your value that you are bringing to the table. It provides clarity as you set your goals of what you want to achieve from communicating with one another and expressing yourself. Purpose is a reason for which something is done or created, or which something exists, an intent to do something or attend to a task or assignment given. So another word for purpose could be your aim, your dream, your desire, your goal, even your why. Why do you want to communicate that to others? What do you want others to learn from what you want to express to them? So another thing I would like you to also look into is how to communicate with confidence. Because if you are not confident yourself, how do you want people to trust you or to listen to you? What is the main reason why you want people to listen to you? How important is it for people to listen to you and to express your point? So you need to prepare. You need to prepare what you want to say. You need to prepare what you want to express to others. You need to state it clearly and understand before you express it. Because when you are talking to people, you want to express from your own perspective, from your own objective, from your own understanding. So you need to prepare yourself what you want to say. It doesn't really necessary that you have to prepare slides. But when you understand what you want to say, you can express it through your heart. So think about your message. What's the title of your message? What's the theme of your message? What's your message needs to do with the people? Is it going to add value to them? Is it going to impact into their life? Is it going to inspire them? Or is it going to bring new knowledge, new informations to them? Be aware of your body language because it's in two ways. It's either verbal or non-verbal communication. But sometimes action speaks louder than voice. You might be saying something and also reacting or responding in different ways. So watch the way you present your message and learn from others as well. That is why on this note, I'm going to be teaching you more on active listening. Because if you are not listening to others, how do you want others to listen to you? You don't know it all and you are not perfect. So to be willing that, yes, if you are going to present yourself, you're going to speak to people, be willing to also listen to others and learn from their wealth of wisdom. So what are the 7 C's of effective communication? Like I said, clear. Make your communication, your message you want to pass on, let it be clear. Let it be concise, concrete, and even correct information. Also, let it be complete and be conscious of it. So, because it is very important that when you are communicating, at the end of it all, your end result will we gain from what they have learned from you. If they have learned and it's all working for them, then you've done a good job. So that's more reason why you need to communicate with a better understanding. Remember, I said to you that I will be focusing more on active listening because I believe that if you Google, if you research, if you read books, if you watch TV, there are so many steps of effective communication. But active listening is not common because everybody assumes that they know it all. But we still need to keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. And when you are listening, it's not for you to respond to what they are saying. It's for unless if they welcome you with, if at the end of their statement, they welcome you to ask questions or to contribute, then you can respond that time. But at that particular time, what they're expecting you to do is to listen attentively so that you can understand what they are being taught. So active listening is a communication skills that involves going beyond simply hearing the words that another person speaks, but also seeking to understand the meaning and intent behind them. What is the story behind what they are saying? That is what you want to understand. It requires being an active participant in the communication process, because no one wants to be like a radio that is just speaking and no response. So that's more reason why you need to actively listen. You can nod your head, you can jot something down, you can get a clarification. In communication, active listening is important because it keeps you engaged with your conversation partner in a positive way. It also makes the other person feel heard and valued. Imagine if you're talking for more than 30 minutes and no one is responding, no one is nodding their head, no one is showing interest. You will be frustrated yourself and you can get discouraged. It also makes the other person feel heard and valued. So this skill is the foundation of a successful conversation in any setting, either in school or even in classroom or even in business sector, in any industry. Active listening is very important because that is where you will get clarity. That's where you will get better understanding. And it is what you are what you understand that you can apply. What's the point of you listening for a couple of minutes and you cannot grab any points? It's like wasting time. So for you not to waste your time, you need to listen attentively to understand what has been told. So whether at work, at home, or even in the social society. Through active listening takes concentration, but we demonstrate your interest in the other's view. Again, trust and enable you to gain a deeper understanding of issues and situations. Stakeholders may have questions, concerns, and challenges they want to raise. So that's more reason why you give room for them to understand what you're trying to express across. And the same thing happens to the others ones that are listening, because you want to get the clarity, you want to get a better understanding and gain ideas from what they are expressing to you. Benefits of active listening. Number one, active listening builds trust and strong relationship. Imagine if I'm talking and you are not listening. There is no mutual trust there, because what you don't listen to understand, you can't build any trust or strong relationship. So one of the benefit is build trust and strong relationship, even with your partners, even with your business partners, your collaborators, your stakeholders, and even your sponsors. Because imagine you want somebody to sponsor you, but you're not listening to them of what they are trying to express across. Or in the other way around, the sponsors are not even listening to you, so they don't get better understanding of the idea that you're trying to share with them. Active listening can help you to resolve conflicts. Imagine you've not listened thoroughly about what is going on, about the conflicts, and then you want to resolve. You can't. But when you listen attentively, you gain better ideas of what is going on. And you can reason it, you can listen, and then you can be able to solve the problem. Active listening prevents you from missing important information. Oh, yes. Because if you can listen attentively, then you can gain the most important information. False informations can be thrown everywhere. Negativity can be all over the place. But when you get a better understanding of an information, you are helping yourself by installing it in your own mindset, and you are also helping others. Imagine carry on with false information. You are damaging yourself and damaging others' reputation. So that is why we must get a good information to store in our mindset. Remind you that the information you store in your mindset will dictate the belief system. And from belief system, then you act on it. What you think about results from the information you gathered into your mindset. Active listening also enables you to identify or anticipate problems. Once you are listening to others, then from there you are thinking about what's going wrong. That's where you can gain better understanding of what exactly is the problem. Active listening helps you to build more knowledge. Because when you listen, when you keep listening, you are gaining from others. You're gaining knowledge. You're upgrading yourself even more than what you've learned before. So you need to be more active listening. Listening is an important aspect of interpersonal relationship. When someone feels listened to, they feel loved and understood. Are you really listening to your students? Are you listening to your clients, your mentees, your followers? Are you listening to the people of the nation? Are you listening to the expectations, their demands? Because if you don't listen to them, you might be doing the wrong thing in leading them. Remember, when you build your interpersonal relationship, you also need to be willing to listen to others. Their feelings are validated and they are often able to gain a deeper understanding of who they are. So if you're going to help yourself and help others, then you need to be willing to understand them. Here in Y.Y.C.I International, we're encouraging our leaders, in respect of the position you are in the society, in respect of the education you have, you still need to learn from one another. So we call ourselves that when we gather together, we learn together, we share together, and we impact lives together. We make a change together. So trust is a major commodity that active listening can help you establish. We want to build our trust. We want people to trust us, even with our services, our products, even with what we want to bring on the table, even for people to give us contracts or people to employ us. They want them to build the trust with us. Those people working with us, those people who want to deliver our services too. So we want to create that trust. Are they disengaging from what you are saying instead of paying attention to you? You need to watch out. You need to observe while you are speaking, because some of them, it might be of no interest to them. So while you are still speaking, they're doing something else, and their mind is not even there with you. So that's why I'm asking this question. Are they disengaging from what you are saying instead of paying attention to you? Are they absent from work more and more? Because sometimes if their interest is reducing, then that is time you will see them being absent. Do they seem reluctant to share information with you? Because if you are not willing to listen to them, then they are not willing to share with you, because there will be no trust. Some of us are coach, mentors, teachers, lecturers. But the only way that the student can come closer to us is when we are willing to listen to them. Do they rely extensively on email? These are all the signs your team may not trust you. These behaviors can damage progress by fueling resentment and lowering productivity. Your team members may not be feeling heard when they speak to you. Take, for instance, as a teacher, what about your students? Are they really gaining from your teaching? Are they feel comfortable to be with you, to be around you, and to learn from you? Are they willing to come back again and say, yes, I want to learn more? So these are the point, those are the signs that you need to look for. And if you see that there is resentment, that is the time that you need to reassess yourself, reassess your production, reassess your activities, reassess the way you are teaching them, reassess the way you are communicating with others. Your team members may not be feeling heard when they speak to you. In which case, learning to listen attentively creates the opportunity to reestablish trust and form healthier working relationship with your team. Very, very important. So the way you present yourself, the way you are willing to listen to them might draw them closer to you, to want to learn and also to share and express their view. with you. Active listening entails seeking clarification to ensure you correctly understand the speaker's message. That is why we always encourage people to ask questions. Don't pretend you know it all, because nobody knows it all. We are all learning every day. You cannot grab what the speakers have been saying for the past 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or even 1 hour. That's not possible. So that is more reason why you need to listen attentively. And from there, the questions you need to ask will drop into you. And you'll be able to ask the questions for clarification. This creates opportunity to gauge whether a problem exists or whether what they are telling you is a sign that a problem could surface, and devise a strategy to address the issue. Importantly, you are allowing yourself to develop an entire sense of the problem and evaluate all the different aspects based on the details you heard. This can help you to discover a potentially underlying problem, tackling an issue at its very root, instead of merely curing symptoms and then seeing the problem re-emerge again because it has not been solved. That is more important, that we build these our communication skills. The focus of active listening on hearing the whole message means you are engaged on a higher level with the speaker, which allows you to absorb more specific details from the interaction. You can ask questions, you can nod, you can jot something down, you can even reaffirm what you've heard and even comment, which allows you to absorb more specific details. And as a leader, because I believe everyone on this platform, you are a leader in one way or the other, you are likely to have to train others and convey messages to others. So it's important to remember details because others will be acting upon your words. Imagine sharing a wrong information with them. They will question you, they will challenge you, they will query you. Are you ready to defend yourself? If you've missed part of the original message, the recipients of your message will only hear parts of the original message too. This could lead to misunderstanding, misjudgment, and even absorption and impact productivity. Oh yes, because the information you delivered is what the listeners will listen to, grab, and get better understanding and be able to apply to their lives or to their professions. So it is very important that we get it right from the beginning. When you listen, because the main reason why we go to the seminars and workshop and masterclass is for us to learn. Imagine if you go there, you didn't listen attentively, you didn't learn, or you misquote or misunderstood or misinterpret what is being said. Then you want to convey the same message with your own understanding to others. You might be spreading the wrong information. Active listening encourages us to see issues from different viewpoints, recognize other people's feelings, and generally appreciate them. Sometimes we become so deeply entrenched in our own position that we don't even think about it from the other people's perspective. Sometimes we are full of ourselves. We think we know it all. We assume that you know better. And it is not like that. We need to keep learning. So the more you are given, the more you are receiving. Leaders should always embrace learning. And active listening is the powerful skills that support learning. So you can carry your organization forward. Focusing more intensively makes it possible to assimilate information and also understand different topics better, and to then remember more details from what you've learned. Again, active listening is exceptionally useful when you are planning a strategy or organizational change. This could mean applying what you've learned to steer your organization in a new direction, move your organization to the next level or new dimension. But if you don't listen attentively, how can you learn new skills, new ideas to bring to the table? And that one, you can even pursue innovation, bring new ideas, creativity to the table to move forward. When updating yourself on industry trends, you'll be able to take maximum advantage of discoveries. Oh yes, the greater focus will help you to understand the full picture and as a result to analyze more comprehensively how developments could impact your organization or even in your profession and how you can capitalize on that. So you can see how effective it is for every one of us to learn more on this active listening in communication skills. Active listening is also empowering, and empowerment builds confidence. Oh, yes. So if you want to be successful in life, if you want to build your confidence in communicating with others, then you also need to develop an active listening. By listening actively, you gain an understanding of what will be beneficial in the workplace, which expands your perspective and empowers you yourself. You will become more aware of what's happening in your workplace, and you will communicate with superiors, subordinates much better. All of this pave the way for you to lead with confidence. So you can see how important it is to build your active listening in communication skills. Active listening techniques will include being fully present in the conversation. You know, it's a tendency that you want to wave away, even though you are there bodily, but is your mind there to learn and to listen? Showing interest by practicing good eye contact, like I'm doing now. I'm looking at you. I'm also looking down. I'm looking around. So eye contact is very important because you are talking to me, I'm talking to you, we're talking from our heart. Noticing and using non-verbal clues. Remember, I said something. Non-verbal clues can be body language, gesticulation, how you are thinking, how you are showing interest on what the other person is saying. You might be listening to somebody teaching or speaking and you'll be snoring. That means your mind is not there. You're already fed up. You switch off. You might even be there and be thinking of maybe the food you want to eat. So your mind is not there. So, but when you use the eye contact, you are connecting with the communicator. Asking open-ended questions to encourage further response is very, very important. It makes you to feel engaged. You are happy, the communicator is also happy to answer your questions. Paraphrasing and reflecting back of what has been said in your own words. I just heard that today in my previous conference. Oh, yes. You need to paraphrase. You don't have to do word to words. You don't have to claim everything. You just have to understand it and paraphrase it so that you understand exactly what has been taught. You use your own English in a simplicity way, because you are going to be conveying the same information to somebody else. Withholding judgment and advice. Oh, yes. And also pay attention. Give the speaker your undivided attention and acknowledge the message. Show that you are listening. There are so many ways you can show that you are listening to the speaker. Then provide feedbacks. Many of us speakers, we are really what we want to improve ourselves. We want to see if we have delivered effectively. So that is more reason why we are asking for reports. We are asking for feedback so that we also can have a room for improvement. Differ from judgment. You can't listen at the same time quickly judge the person. You have not listened through and you've already concluded. That is a bad practice. And respond appropriately. The only way you can respond appropriately is when you've already listened and you've understood. Then you can respond appropriately. After listening techniques, focus active listening techniques, like I've said, as we continue. Focus on the intent and purpose of the conversation. Why is the information? Why the message? Why is it at this right time? How are we going to apply it? What is it all about? These are the questions that you need to be reasoning with. What is the purpose of that message? Pay attention with your body language. Give encouragement, verbal cues. Clarify and paraphrase information like I've said before. Refrain from judgment and absorption. It's not going to help you. And then summarize, share, and reflect. That's what I want to understand everybody. I want to appreciate everyone. Sometimes when they come to our conference, some webinars, when they respond back, it makes us to know that, yes, they've listened. It makes us to know that, yes, they've understood. It makes us to understand that, yes, they are moving on to apply what they've learned. Because the main reason why we do masterclass and webinars is to make a change, to add value to yourself and to add value to ourselves. To finish up this one, I will first of all ask, what are the 4 R's of active listening? Remember, 4 R's: receiving, responding, recalling, and rating makes up the listening process. I'm going to repeat that again. Listening, receiving, responding, recalling, and rating. Time will not permit me to expand it. Or if you ask more questions after this, we'll be able to answer your question. So what are the 4 types of listening? You hear me say that if you want to develop your communication skills, active listening skills is very, very important. And now I'm deepening it down to say, what are the types of listening? Deep listening. Deep listening occurs when you are committed to understand the speaker's perspective. That's number 1. Number 1, full listening. Full listening involves paying close and careful attention to what the speaker is conveying. Then critical listening. That's when you'll be reasoning. While the speaker is speaking, you are reasoning, you are thinking deeply on what has been said. Then therapeutic listening. So this process involves 4 stages. Like I've said, receiving, understanding, evaluating, and responding. So you need to receive the message. You need to understand the message. You need to evaluate the message. And then you respond to the message. Importance of listening skills in communication. It reduces misunderstanding. Poor communication always results in misunderstanding. So it reduces that misunderstanding and even assumption sometimes. It also builds empathy. Empathy is essential to effective listening. You put yourself in their shoe. You also limit judgment. Because if you can listen attentively, you will understand better why that message was being put across you, why that information, why the same person is presenting it and is speaking it. Improve business relationship. The more you can communicate effectively, the more you can listen to others, then you can build a business relationship. It also increases productivity because you have learned from others and you can add value to your production and services. It also enhances your leadership skills because you don't know it all and you are not perfect, but you can learn a lot. You can borrow their wisdom, their knowledge, their experience, and apply it to your own leadership skills and providing feedback. These are very important of listening skills in communication. Right. I want to say thank you so far for listening to me as we continue with this message on building relationship. But I have the other side of this topic, which I will make it like part 2 of this building communication skills or mastering your communication skills. So give me a moment and I'll have a break and I'll come back to conclude. Thank you.